Hi there, Scorpio. Welcome to your March 2019 astrology and tarot reading. So, Scorpio, you must be pretty pleased to see March after February. February wasn't a bad month, but for Scorpio, Pisces season is the most magical time of the year. Pisces season is a naturally magical time, but for you guys, it's that beautiful fifth house creative energy. It's romantic, it's exciting, it's playful, it's flirtatious. It's all these beautiful things that make water signs water signs. So when you're a water sign, you're naturally intuitive, you're empathetic, you're emotional, you're creative, you're a powerful channel for all these things. And whenever it's Aquarius season, depending, Scorpio, on how much air you've got in your chart or whatever, it can sometimes feel a little bit stormy at times. You know, fixed air, fixed water can feel a little bit stormy, and the seas can be quite hard to navigate. So whenever we have March roll around, it's a real beautiful burst of energy, of rainbows and stuff. So we'll start with the astrology. March 1st, Venus does enter Aquarius, so we're not out of the Aquarian season completely just yet. But this is for you a lot to do with associating romance and feeling with a more secure bond, a more introverted energy, you know, dating at home, spending time with your partner at home. It's good for your family. It's good for your family relationships, beautifying your house, making everything really pretty, really comfortable, you know, focusing about what's inside your shell. It's a great time for spring cleaning. So do bear that in mind. You will find a lot of emotional therapy and cleaning out your space, you know, like Marie Kondo? Her name is. I did do her method once. I think it's her name, Marie Kondo. She's very good. Anyway, now we have a beautiful new moon in Pisces in the first week of March, and this is giving you the incentive to, if you're completely single, Scorpio, manifest new love. Okay, be very specific. If you want to manifest a certain type of partner, write down all the qualities. Say, my new partner is, write down all the qualities that you want in this person. Do not tailor it to a specific person, because the universe will give you what you need. And if you ask for something that's not quite right for you, if it's out of alignment with what you want, it won't happen. So asking for a person is actually less likely to make it so, unless they match what it is that you're looking for. Okay, so bear that in mind with that new moon. Creativity is a great thing to manifest. New projects that begin under this are going to be blessed. Great time to manifest romance, new relationships. But Mercury does go retrograde in Pisces as well at the 29th degree. So that's very intense in terms of bringing back past partners for all Scorpios. Depending on what decan you're in, I think you may experience a little bit of past nostalgia coming in, people coming in, you know, just sliding into your DMs or whatever. Do with that what you will. Don't judge. But sometimes you need to revisit the past to move forward. Okay, just bear in mind that things that begin under Mercury retrograde, particularly in this aspect, can be difficult, because Mercury only lets things go so far. So be wary if you're dating somebody new, if you're making it official, if you're planning to the next big step. Just consider waiting maybe until the 29th of March, when Mercury's gone direct, because on March 27th, Venus will enter Pisces, bringing you this beautiful soulmate energy, new romance, creativity, sexual energy. It'll be all systems go, and art, romance, passions, all that stuff. So then April energy is going to carry forward with it some of this March momentum, which is great. You'll like that. You will really like that. On March 20th, now we will go into this more in the mid-monthlies. March 20th, we do have a full moon in your 12th house. Again, these 0 degree, first degree moons. You're going to be incredibly psychic, incredibly intuitive. Listen to what the full moon is telling you, because it may be very, very revealing of a certain behavioral tendency within yourself, psychology. Great time to really get into tarot, astrology, that type of thing, or at least question your belief system. Do you feel inhibited by those around you with things like that? When people say, oh, you don't actually believe that, do you take it personally? Okay, because everyone's entitled to their beliefs. Now, make the most of this fifth house energy, because it is really beautiful. And then on March 6th, the same day Mercury is going retrograde, we have Uranus entering the 7th house of partnerships, Taurus. Now, I want to talk to this very, very specifically right now. I may or may not make a video on Uranus for each sign because I have a lot of thoughts on it. But I've noticed for Scorpios in particular, it's sort of, and I'm not saying everyone's doing this on purpose, but it's sort of making it out as though Scorpios are going to get the short end of the straw. And that you're just going to go into all these relationships that are short-lived, in and out. Things are going to be very hectic. People coming and going. Because there's not a lot of Scorpios I know where that's not been happening already. What Uranus actually does is it shows you where you need to break free. And yes, it's in your partnership sector. Depending on what decan you're in Scorpio, if you're in the third decan of Scorpio, you're not going to feel this until 23 or something like that, you know, in terms of years. Just bear in mind that Uranus will show you restrictive patterns that you do in relationships. It's not going to attract certain partners into your life. It's what goes on with you and how you're affected. Do you know what I'm saying? If you attract an Aries who's got, you know, Uranus is going through their second house, where is the sense that they're going to be having these on and off relationships too? Do you know what I mean? What this actually means, Scorpio, is that you probably have some sort of relationship pattern or system that is no longer working if you feel like every relationship to this point has failed. Because let's be honest, once a relationship's over, it's considered a failure. They're rarely failures, they're usually lessons. And if you learn from that, you don't repeat the same mistake twice. If you're repeating the same mistake twice, it's because you're looking at these relationships as failures and they're restricting your vision for something better, okay? And I can say that with confidence because I knew a lot of Libras that before Uranus went into Aries, their partnership sector, they were in on and off relationships, on and off marriages. And a lot of them found the right person to settle with when Uranus was in their partnership sector. That sounds like it defies astrology on paper, right? What it actually does is shows you that they learned something and they broke through a particular pattern that meant their relationships before were not working. Okay, so before you get scared, before you get freaked out, you'll figure out what brings you joy, where you need breakthroughs in your romantic relationships and your partnerships. March is a great time to get the ball rolling. Don't forget I hit myself there, sorry. Don't forget we have Mars and Taurus in your partnership sector, meaning you're likely to be committing to people, committing to relationships, going into things that are more long-term. Just because Uranus goes there doesn't mean everything suddenly ends and everything suddenly stops. No. This is all about you. The planets affect you, right? And Scorpio, you do have limiting beliefs. Uranus and Taurus, Page of Pentacles, is bringing you an opportunity. It's bringing you a message and it's bringing you something that will work. You know, it's a great transit to go through because if you have had a lot of on and off relationships, Uranus will most likely do the opposite and show you where you need to look if you want something long term. Don't forget, Taurus is a long term kind of sign. You know? Maybe if you release the obsession for things having to be long term, it might be easier. It's showing you where you have to break through, Scorpio. So 6 of Wands, success. Knight of Pentacles, loyalty. So we have Earth sign energy off the bat, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. 5 of Swords in the positive. 3 of Swords in the challenge. And the outcome again is that Page of Pentacles. Underneath we have the 5 of Pentacles. Yes. You guys are dealing with an Earth sign for a lot of you. Now, let me think. 3 of Swords in your challenge. Yes, somebody that broke your heart may make an appearance. And I get that strong impression because the 5 of Swords is helping you, meaning you're ready for that conflict, you're ready for that battle, you're ready for that challenge, even if you think you're not. Mercury retrograde has a habit of bringing things up that didn't get closure. If it got closure, it's not coming. If there's some degree of a lack of closure, it may come around again, especially if it is an Earth sign. Okay, so Scorpio, Six of Wands is saying that you're very successful at the moment. You have a good mind for the things that you want to do. You're more than ever focused on your goals and your achievement. You have property in mind. You have money in mind. You're focusing on those more so than you're focusing necessarily on the romantic aspects. However, we are now in a very romantic season. So you would be wise to enjoy having a little bit of fun, having a little bit of excitement. And if you can't, for whatever reason, if you can't enjoy yourself like that, do it in your head. Visualize, envision. The best way to achieve your dreams is to have a clear picture of what your dreams are first. They have to be dreamt. Everything that ever was created began in the mind of somebody. Okay? You know? So, bear that in mind. Scorps. Six of Wands and justice. Balance. Okay, so you're going after what's fair. The Tower is here with the Knight of Pentacles. So if it was an earth sign, there's, the Devil. Queen of Pentacles. Wow, this really is earth. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay, big change of fate. And underneath, twalala, we have the Nine of Cups. Whoopsies. Okay, Scorpio. This is more intense than the other one. So I'm sort of like, Five of Swords and the Devil are in the positive position, meaning if somebody is holding the trump cards, if somebody has the power to get away with things, it would be you. Now, Scorpio, you are in a position of temptation. There are going to be things offered to you in March which look very appealing, but could be trouble. Okay? Especially if you're dealing with a Capricorn. Now, the reason I say I think they could be trouble is because there's some temptation that is going to question your stability. The Tower and the Knight of Pentacles, you've built something and you're afraid of it being destroyed. And the person who holds the wands to set fire to it is you. Okay, it's not anybody else. It's you. Six of Wands and justice. You are in a position of power, a position of prestige, a position of ego. If you act from the ego as promised by the devil, you will have a Tower moment. If you betray an earth sign, your life will be turned upside down. If an earth sign betrays you, their life is getting turned upside down. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Something is very, very promising. Something is a wish come true. And you are put in a position, and I think this came up in the last Scorpio reading too. You're put in a position of sabotage. You can sabotage this. Why you want to do that? Because you're not that kind to yourself. And it's instinctual. Why is that? It gives you an element of control if you surround yourself with people who do you wrong, because then you get the high ground. And I know that sounds harsh, but if you decide that you want to be with somebody who's betrayed you, it could psychologically be a little bit to do with somebody offering you leverage over that person. And that's not what you want in a healthy relationship. It's what seems, this is the amazing thing about Scorpios that doesn't always get talked about. There is a power problem sometimes with Scorpios. And I'm not getting at you because I am a Scorpio. But sometimes when a relationship seems very good and it seems very healthy, Scorpios can feel off because it's balanced. You've had your Libra season. You've had the Libra moment. Here we have justice. Balance and harmony and equality will bring you great success. But you don't see the power in that. Okay? Now, why is that? Why is that? I'm not sure. I think it's maybe come from an earth sign that taught you self-sabotage. Somebody that taught you that you shouldn't be kind to yourself. Or some sort of instinctual thing that says, you shouldn't be too kind to yourself because you won't get anywhere for it, or you've done so much, there's no point in trying to be kind to yourself now. Five of Swords and the Devil, you have very, very powerful energies, but it's up to you whether you use them for good. In the Five of Swords, the traditional image, there's always more than one person. One person has stolen all the swords, they have all the swords, the other person's defeated. You can be either or. With the devil energy as represented by the vortex, there's a very tempting offer, which means you take something which could be shared. There's more than one sword, there's more than one person. If you embrace the justice energy and you share and you're interested in equality, you will find a beautiful, transformative change of fate and opportunity that brings you much happiness. Okay. Even with the 9 of Cups, it's not the 10. One thing is missing. Do not take an easy fix just because it seems like a lot of fun. Fifth house energy, the switch to this is that sometimes you can become self-indulgent. Scorpio, you have a brilliant opportunity. Make sure you're doing it with integrity. And I don't think there needs to be that kind of coaching for a lot of Scorpios. Scorpios necessarily usually are born with a moral compass that's very, very, very strong. But sometimes whenever you get into the position of everyone's wronged you, it's your turn to wrong somebody. If you do that, Scorpio, you're doing yourself a disservice. That's a test. That is a test. The Wheel of Fortune Wheel of Fortune usually means the universe is testing you. And if you do something that's not integral to your being, you're going to suffer. So, interesting power switch, isn't it? You know, there's a lot of readings that talk about the people betraying Scorpios, and then what's this? 3 of Wands. You have a choice of which direction you're going to take this. 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Drama. So what about that Aquarius person that's come back around then? What do they want? 7 of Pentacles. Appreciate what you have or it will be taken from you. 3 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Appreciate the kindness you receive or it will be taken from you. If you have gratitude for what it is that you have in your life, it will stay. If you're ungrateful, it will go. You have a lot of power, a lot of sway, a lot of influence. You're very, very magnetic, Scorpio. You possibly have more than one person in your phone book hitting you up or whatever. But the way that I'm seeing this is that destiny has a big plan for you, and what you choose to do in March is going to set the ball rolling for the next 7 years. I sort of get this, there's a lot of excitement in March. For sure, there is. There's a lot of changing of the guard. There's a lot of energy shifts. 7 of Cups. But there are temptations. There are possibilities. Whenever it's your 5th house time, Scorpio, a lot of people are attracted to you. Mercury retrograde is going to bring back some people that didn't appreciate you when they had you. So if you're with someone that does, why would you go backwards? Be careful of that. Nobody hates exes more than Scorpios. You know, if you're dating somebody and they have exes, you just nah. So don't put that on anybody else either. And a lot of you are probably saying, I don't have anybody. Pisces season, that new moon is the best time to manifest somebody. Just be really clear. Look at more. The Ace of Wands. Yep. There is a very strong connection with somebody. There's potential for growth. If this is career, you have an opportunity that is a big part of your destiny. Very big. What you create under this Pisces new moon is going to grow. And it may attract a lot more attention than you were expecting, Scorpio. It's interesting. I'll tell you that. It's very interesting. I like this. I like it because I think most Scorpios will do the right thing. There's a lot of beautiful opportunities. Don't take them for granted. Because 10 of Pentacles here, in the positive, luck is on your side. But it's with the devil. And making a deal with the devil, short-term gain, long-term loss. Mars in Taurus is asking you not to do that. Okay? No. Take things slow. If you're dating somebody and they seem really, really, really nice, and then there's an opportunity elsewhere, just be so mindful, Scorpio, because that's not how you deal. And for some reason, you've got that opportunity this month, and that's not how you roll. Okay, so let's see what's going on for Scorpios. Ooh. Boundaries. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Let's do one more. Also, independence. Wow. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Basically, you're responsible for setting the boundaries, setting your own intentions, objectives, Scorpio. There's a lot of responsibility of the self. There's a lot of responsibility to do the right thing. Let's draw a love card. Wheel of Fortune's so good though. It's a change of fate, and it's a big change of fate, full of possibility and growth and wonder. Just make sure, as I say, you're not going from a devil perspective. Be careful with power plays, especially if it's a Capricorn. You guys have trouble with that as it is. Dating. Some of you are definitely getting into the dating game. That's beautiful 5th house energy. If you're a Scorpio dealing... Oh, chivalry. Perfect. So you guys are attracting somebody good. I just sense that this is... Okay. I have signs, by the way. If you're dating a fixed sign, it may move quite quick. If you're dating a Scorpio, a Taurus, an Aquarius, or a Leo, it's going to move very, very quickly. Very strong attraction there. The Page of Pentacles means that there's some sort of opportunity, but something is coming back around. So either of those signs could come back around too. The wheel is just the spin, the vortex, the wheel, everything's spinning around and round and round. Something may go so fast it makes you dizzy. You may meet somebody who's so romantic and so chivalrous that they're making you dizzy, and you have to keep your independence, you have to keep your boundaries clear, and you have to make sure you don't give in to temptation. But the temptation's in your favor, Scorpio, so I don't feel like it's somebody pulling the wool over you. I feel like it's you possibly having a spell over somebody. Just an FYI. If you want to know more about the signs in the extended, you can go there. I think this is a really cool reading, actually. Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Swords. Something moving so quick, but in the right direction. But it is karmic, so your karma is what you're choosing, okay? So if you've been so good with love and romance, and you've sort of got it clear what you want, what you deserve, and you like being treated well, you'll have it. If you have some sort of power problem, Scorpio, you need to set some real tight boundaries on yourself, because if you want someone who treats you badly so you have that power over them, you're going to be self-sabotaging everything. Don't do that, okay? Don't try and make somebody do something wrong. And I know that sounds so far-fetched to some people, but it makes sense, okay? Keep your karma clean, keep your intentions clear, enjoy Pisces season. It's really beautiful. You have all the tools you need to have a really hot month, and enjoy this guy, or be that guy. Everyone wants you to be that guy, okay? I love you guys, fellow Scorpio family. I'll see you in the extended, or I'll see you in the mid-monthlies. You're gonna like the mid-monthlies because that's when Venus is moving into Pisces, and it's just beautiful, okay? It's just beautiful. So beware the past. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.